Hey guys, what is up? It is the King, Caleb Co. We're back for another episode of Fandom Fights Singles Division. This is a grudge match of blood. This is a grudge match. Shut up, Jim. God dang, I'll start over. Hey guys, what is up? It is me, the King, Caleb Coho here, back again for another episode of Fandom Fights in the Singles Division. We have a bloody rivalry renewed, a grudge match here in the Fandom Fights Division. I am not alone to see this massacre happen. I am joined by our commissioner, Tim Smith. How you feeling, buddy?
Oh, someone's got to be here to watch you fucking kids. Where the hell's mom when you need her?
That's a weird question, actually, because I haven't seen Kane in a while. Have you?
No, that's why I'm here. So, yeah, this should be Kane dealing with the loud mouth and whatever Nico's going to say.
I don't know. I mean, after that match with Malcolm, he's just been MIA. But we'll figure that out later. But speaking of Alpha Alliance people here today, we have my partner Jim Green stepping into the singles ring against House Knight Fury head Nico Suave Regoli. These two have been going at it since last week when the Kings of Winter played the Afro Samurai. It's just been at each other's throats, and now they get to play each other one-on-one. What do you think, Tim?
I mean, it'll be interesting for the audience. You know, I think we would be smart enough to, with someone like Jim, when they start talking, you just ignore it, and then there's no rise out of it. But Nico falls for it every time, and now we're here to see this match. So God only knows what's going to happen next, Caleb. God only.
Absolutely. Absolutely. This match actually has some big indications, as last week we saw Sandy Robinson beat Jay Burns. The winner of this match will be taking on Sandy Robinson, but there's also a big issue for the losers. The loser is done for the rest of the season in the singles division, at least in the teams division. We know Jim has a future with Kings of Winter, but this is a must-win for Nico to stay in the title picture, at least this season. If he loses, he has no singles, no teams. But and Jim, if he loses, he's out for the singles division for the season. It is a big match here today, especially with the winner taking on Sandy Robinson. But that's enough from us. Let's kick it into promos and hear what our competitors have to say.
Another match. Another win. I cannot wait. This match is going to be fantastic. It is so great, Caleb Coho, that you are giving me Sandy Robinson right now. That match with that other loser is not. That wasn't even a challenge. Sandy, I'm really looking forward to playing Sandy in this match right now. I see. Crazy Legs Conti there's hiding. He's hiding behind Jessica and Jen, but whatever. I guess I have to play this match. I don't know why. This guy's a loser. You and I, TKO'd him and his partner with the fluffy hair who's good at music but couldn't steal any scores and soundtracks questions. I don't know what was up with that. So I guess I'll play through this, and then we can get rid of this clown for the rest of the season, and then I'll go and play Sandy, and hopefully I don't know what that match is going to be. I actually respect Sandy. This guy, he's a loser.
I kept Jim muted for that entire minute, so I have no idea what he said, and quite frankly, I don't care. I learned something from last week's performance in teams, and yeah, Jim kind of got in my head, but the real issue was I wasn't focused on me. I was focused on what my opponents were going to do. And a wise man by the name of Conor McGregor, or at least he was a wise man before he started throwing furniture through buses, he once said that winners focus on winning and losers focus on winners. I gave Jim way too much credit, and I didn't focus enough on myself. So today, I'm focusing on me. Take a look at what it says on my whiteboard right here, if I can pick it up. It says me versus guy that's not me. That's how I'm approaching this match. I am focusing on what I'm going to do, not what he's going to do. Offense over defense.
So as we saw with those promos, a lot of words from Jim and Nico giving us his strategy, trying to do an offense over defensive sort of style. And it looks like Nico's actually shooting the pool video that he promised to do a while ago. So this is going to be a very interesting interesting match. What do you think, Tim?
Drinking his sorrows away.
Is it over yet?
It will be soon, as we get into proper introductions, which we will do right now. Introducing first. Coming into the ring with a record of 0 wins, 1 defeat.
Play my
Representing
music, Clown Kane.
Alpha Alliance. He is Jim the Wolf Green.
That's the Walking Dead theme, people. This guy doesn't know shit about it.
And his opponent. Entering the ring with a record of 1 win, 1 defeat. Representing House Night Fury. He is the Cosmic Night Fury, Nico Suave Regoli.
I actually wear my sunglasses for appropriate lighting.
These sunglasses are appropriate because the future's bright.
All right, with that, we'll jump into our match, gentlemen. Round 1 is going to work like this. You will each be given 10 questions from 10 different categories, each with 1 point apiece. If you get a perfect first round, you will get a bonus question from our mixed bag. You have 3 repeats for the entirety of our match and 1 challenge. Any questions, gentlemen? You've played this game before.
Why are we playing this match?
Well, all right, we'll get into it then. Your first question comes from the category of the Wizarding World. Who plays He Who Must Not Be Named in Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone? Still have not seen this movie.
Who fucking cares? It's Harry Potter.
Yeah, you know, I think my partner would disagree. We'll go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Jim.
I put the wrong answer, Ray Fiennes.
That is incorrect. We'll go over to Nico.
Same answer.
Unfortunately, that is incorrect. We're looking for Richard Bremer. Richard Bremer.
Never heard of him.
All right, schmucks. Question number 2 is in the realm of Disney. What is the name of the villain in Sky High?
Sky High, one of my personal favorites as a child.
I did not mind it when I saw it as a teenager. I did not mind it.
I think it's one of my favorite Kurt Russell performances and one of my favorite coming-of-age movies of all time.
All-time Kurt Russell performances?
It's one of my personal favorites of his performances. All-time favorite coming-of-age movie. Well, one of them. Top 10.
You're younger. I'll forgive it.
It's down. We'll start with Nico this time.
I can only remember the name of the weapon they used to defeat her, which is the pacifier.
That is incorrect. We'll go over to Nico. Or not Nico. Jim.
That's the name of her weapon. I can't remember her name. She's played by Mary Elizabeth Winstead, though.
We're looking for Royal Pain. Royal Pain.
Yeah, that's it.
Your next question comes from our rebranded DCEU category, The Worlds of DC. Thanks for that reveal, Comic-Con. What is Deadshot's daughter's name in Suicide Squad?
There was a lot of good things coming out of Comic-Con besides stupid nonsense like renaming it Worlds of DC, but a lot of good trailers.
There's a lot of good ones. There's a lot of good trailers and Titans. Hashtag Titans look so bad, bro.
Yeah.
I'm still going to watch it anyway.
I will too. Just, but it looks so bad. Go 5. 4, Aquaman, Shazam, Glass. They're all great. 2,
Oh, yeah.
1. Clone Wars coming back. Pens down. Start with Nico.
Olivia?
That's incorrect. We'll go over to Jim.
I said Nikki.
It's also incorrect. We're looking for Zoe. Zoe.
Ah,
Or Zoe. One of those two. However they pronounce it. It's Zoe or Zoe.
Yeah. Fun fact, Zoe is the name of Renee's daughter in Arrow. All right.
that's why I didn't go with that answer. Thought it was too familiar.
It's also the name of the actress Zoe Saldana, which leads into our next category.
Yes, of the new Star Treks, if you accept those in the canon. All right, your category of Star Trek and your question. What rank is Kirk demoted to in Star Trek Into Darkness?
I rewatched this recently. I like it. I actually do like it quite a bit. That was pretty good.
Ricardo Montalban is my only.
Obviously, but I think Benedict Cumberbatch did a fine job as a villain. But I thought it was a good movie, fun action, and a pitiful Wrath of Khan remake, but still a very fun Star Trek movie. 5, 4.
I think they went 2 or 3 for their 3, but that's my thought.
1. Pens down. We'll go over to Jim.
I guess first officer.
Ooh. We'll come back to you. Nico.
They demoted him to captain from admiral in the voyage home, so I was thinking that was too easy of a guess. So I went with sergeant.
No, it is commander, but commander is a first officer. So I'll leave it to Tim.
I would say because you were looking for what rank, and commander is the rank, first officer is just kind of a nickname of it. So I would go with you were looking for the rank of commander. Granted, first officer is a nickname of it, but the actual name of the rank would be commander.
All right, so we will not accept first officer. Unfortunately, your next question, gentlemen, comes from the world of scores and soundtracks. Who composed the score for Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire?
I think this one would be a gimme, honestly, because I know this and you know how much I loathe Harry Potter.
Well, absolutely. Also, both competitors scoreless so far on question number 5, so this we might as well throw them a gimme.
Yes. Sandy Robinson isn't shaking in his boots at all.
Oh, no. We'll go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll go over to Nico.
John Williams.
That is incorrect. We'll go over to Jim.
I said John Williams.
It's incorrect. We're looking for Patrick Doyle. Doyle.
Sorry, Marangoni.
Fuck.
All right, gentlemen. The category everyone loves, of everyone's favorite spy, James Bond. Which film is the only one to feature George Lazenby in the role of James Bond?
Another one that I feel is a bit of a gimme. But again, gimmies are needed at this point in round 1.
Yes, and George, I don't know my thoughts on him fully with Bond, honestly.
I think he is an underrated Bond, and he suffered from I had a reference in my head that I just lost.
It'll come back to you on the
Rip
next
me.
question.
Rip me. I had a Doctor Who reference too. I had a Doctor Who reference, just like filler syndrome, but
Doctor Who is filler syndrome. Did it?
And you are now dropped from the call. 5, 4, 3,
Bitch, I'm running the call.
2, 1. Pens down. We'll go over to Jim.
I said Octopussy.
That's incorrect. Go over to Nico.
Who fucking cares? Die another day.
Looking for On Her Majesty's Secret Service. Your next question, gentlemen, comes from the world of Fast and Furious. Who plays Little Nobody in The Fate of the Furious?
You love your later Fast and Furious movies, I've noticed.
They got really good in the second half. Really fun and really good, with the exception of Furious 7.
I really think you forget your heritage, young one. You forget your history, young one.
I love the first 2. I love the first 3, really. And then 4 came out, and then they got really good again after 4. I think Too Fast is a cheesy fun. 3 is underrated fun, and the first one's just, it had to be good. It started a franchise. 5,
Well, 5
4.
kind of started their whole Oceans ripoff type of way.
1. That's very true. Pens down. We'll start with Nico.
Still haven't gotten the Fast yet, so I was kind of just thinking like who's in that movie, and I went with Charlize Theron.
That is incorrect. We'll go over to Jim.
I put Charlize.
We're looking for Scott Eastwood. Scott Eastwood, little
Oh
nobody.
yeah, he is kind of a little nobody.
He is. Well, he is, but his character is little nobody because he's filling in for Kurt Russell. All right,
Yeah.
Your next question, Jim. Or Tim.
All right.
We
your
did
next
that again.
question, It's okay. I forgive it.
We did that.
The next question in Star Wars. What Star Wars lead also cameos as Dobu Skay in Star Wars The Last Jedi?
Shit.
That's what I
I
always
think this is
say.
a nice, fun fact.
The death of a franchise.
Death of a
Hey, can you repeat the
franchise.
question?
But first, repeat
Yes.
for
that
Nico.
is- All right, Nico. Repeat. Star Wars. What Star Wars lead also cameos as Dobu Skay in Star Wars The Last Jedi?
Okay, I got it.
All right, we'll go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Jim.
I said Warwick Davis.
That's incorrect. We'll go over to Nico.
Mark Hamill.
That is correct, and Nico is on the board.
Nice.
All right, gentlemen, your penultimate question comes from the world of the MCU. What is the full name of Zendaya's character in Spider-Man Homecoming?
Very good Spider-Man movie. Very good.
I really like this movie. I love Tom Holland. It's one of my favorite coming-of-age movies, and I think I'm in the minority with my opinion that I like The Amazing Spider-Man 2. So,
I mean, I like the Amazing Spider-Man series. I thought it was fine.
I don't like the first Amazing Spider-Man. I don't like the first
Amazing
Spider-Man.
movies. I have to show you Porky's. We're watching Porky's one day.
We'll see. My all-time favorite coming of age, Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Close second with The Breakfast Club. So I have old coming of age. 5,
Yeah, we're gonna help you there.
2, 1. Hands down. We'll go over to Nico.
Is it Michelle Johnson?
That is incorrect. We'll go over to Jim.
I had no idea. I said Michaela Jane.
Looking for Michelle Jones.
That was my
Michelle
second
Jones.
guess. Yeah.
All right, gentlemen, your last question, because we don't have to worry about extra questions here for this one. In Pixar, what is the name of the cleaner droid in WALL-E?
Watched this on the bus back from Tennessee, and definitely a funny little side character.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, Pixar really nails it with their movies anyways, so you can go in like not giving two shits about the movie, but you'll come out crying and bawling like a baby for
You're right.
how good they can nail emotional stories for
I think
basically kids movies.
I think the first 10 up to Toy Story 3 are good, and after that, it's been hit or miss. So we'll go 5.
Yeah.
Okay, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll go over to Nico.
I didn't hear the question that clearly, but I didn't want to use a repeat, so I went with Eve.
That is incorrect. We'll go over to Jim.
I said Eve.
We're looking for Mo. All right, at the end of round number 1, the score is Nico with 1 and Jim behind him with nothing. But round 2 is where anything can change, and that is our wheel round. In the wonderful wheel of categories that we have, we did ask the higher rank competitor Nico if he wanted spinners and opponent's choice on the wheel. He decided no, so we have a full 10 categories on the wheel this time, and I will bring that up. You all know how the wheel works. Once you spin the wheel, you will land on a category. If you like that category, you get 5 questions worth 2 points apiece. If you need help getting multiple choice, you will devalue your point down to 1 point. If you don't like the category you spun, you can indeed spin again, but you're stuck with whatever you land on, and I will be giving to you your categories as well. Your categories on the wheel are Worlds of DC, MCU, Fast and Furious, Wizarding World, Star Wars, DC, James Bond, Kaiju, Middle-earth, and Marvel films.
Okay, go ahead and spin it. I'm good.
All right, Jim, your spin is away, and it lands on Kaiju. Would you like to keep it or spin again?
I'll spin.
All right, Jim, you're stuck with whatever you land on this time, and it lands on Kaiju. So you are doing Kaiju films this game.
It's like the lack of spinners and opponent's choice didn't even matter.
All right, Tim, would you like to administer to Jim his films in the realm of Kaiju?
All right. Once I get on them. Ah, there they are. All right, Jim, your first question in the world of Kaiju. What is the name of the representative who said to not release the information of Godzilla?
Multiple choice.
Option A, Representative Oyama. B, Representative Honda. Representative Brody for C. Or D, Representative Chow.
Chow.
That is incorrect. Nico, an opportunity to steal.
Let me hear the choices again, please.
I hate you more and more.
These are easy names for you to pronounce.
Oyama, Representative Honda, Representative Brody, Representative Shao.
B.
That is also incorrect. The correct answer was Representative Oyama.
Our very own Paul Oyama was the representative of that movie.
It makes sense. All right, Jim, your second question. Who directed Cloverfield?
J.J. Abrams.
That is incorrect. Nico, an opportunity to steal.
Let's see here. Percy Jackson.
That is also incorrect. The correct answer was Matt Reeves. Matt Reeves. All right, Jim, your third question in Kaiju. In Kong Skull Island, John C. Reilly's character was a fan of what baseball team?
Multiple choice.
Your options are A, New York Yankees, B, LA Dodgers, C, Detroit Tigers, or D, Chicago Cubs.
Dodgers.
That is incorrect. Nico, an opportunity to steal.
Cubs.
That is correct for 1
points.
point. Jim, your fourth question. Tom Hanks' son, Colin Hanks, appears in what Kaiju film?
Multiple choice.
Is it A, Kong Skull Island, B, Pacific Rim Uprising, C, Shin Godzilla, or D, King Kong 2005?
Pacific Rim
Yes.
Uprising.
That is incorrect. Nico, an opportunity.
Of course it is.
Shin Godzilla.
That is also incorrect. The correct answer was King Kong 2005. And Jim, your last question in Kaiju. What city does Obsidian Fury and Gypsy Adventure fight in for the first time in Pacific Rim Uprising?
San Francisco.
That is incorrect. Nico, a chance for a 2-point steal.
Washington, D.C.
That is also incorrect. The correct answer was Sydney, Australia.
Again, sorry.
All right. So at the end of Jim's spin around number 2. Nico's in the lead with 2. Jim's still sitting scoreless. And Nico, you get a chance to spin the wheel now. And the spin is away for you, Nico, and it lands on the MCU. Would you like to keep it or spin again?
Let's go for it.
All right, I'll be administering to you your questions from the MCU. And your first question is thus. How many days has Bruce Banner gone without incident at the outset of The Incredible Hulk?
I think it was 31.
That is incorrect, Jim, for a 2-point steal.
300.
That is incorrect. We're looking for 158. Your second question. Who directed Captain America, the Avenger?
Joe Johnston.
That's correct for 2 points. Your third question. How many MCU films have been composed by Alan Silvestri so far?
Ooh. I'm going to say 4.
That is incorrect, Jim, for a chance for a 2-point steal.
I'll say 5.
Incorrect. We're wrong way.
How many?
It was
How many?
3.
Ah.
Your fourth and penultimate question is, what year is the prologue of Black Panther set?
Oh. Ooh. I don't think multiple choice will do anything here. Just to be on the safe side, though, in case he steals it. Yeah, give me multiple choice.
Is it A, 1992, B, 1993, C, 1994, or D, 1995?
Okay, my original guess was in the 80s and 70s, so this is actually helpful. I'm going to say 93.
That's incorrect, Jim, for a chance for a
92.
steal. That's correct for 1 point, and Jim is on the board.
Go with your gut.
The final question in the MCU. What country are Wanda and Vision in at the start of Avengers Infinity War?
Could I get a technical repeat, please?
Yeah, you cut out.
You cut out at
Sure
what
thing.
country?
What country are Wanda and Vision in at the start of Avengers Infinity War?
Is it Ireland?
That is incorrect, Jim, for a 2-point steal.
Poland.
Poland is incorrect. We're looking for Scotland. Scotland. At
That was
the
my second
end,
guess.
at the end of round number 2, Nico is up with 4 and Jim trailing behind him with 1. But anything can happen here in round number 3, which is our betting round. Gentlemen, you'll each be given 5 questions. You'll be given the category, and you will be asked how many points you would like to bet between 0 and 2 points. You'll be given 5 of these. We go until someone is mathematically eliminated. If you do decide to bet 0, we do ask that you play along for stats purposes. Any questions, gentlemen?
Nope.
Our stats are already in the toilet as is after this match.
After this match, Nico, you will be the lowest ranked competitor just in accuracy alone. I'm kidding. All right. I'll be giving you your first category, gentlemen, which is the MCU. How many points would you like to bet on the MCU?
Stan Lee's love creation.
5, 4. I'd
That-
say it's Kevin Feige's more. 3.
Oh, Kevin Feige made it actually matter.
1. Pens down. We'll start with Jim. How many points are you betting on the MCU?
1.
All right. And Nico, how many points are you betting on the MCU?
Also 1.
All right. Your question, gentlemen, is this. What song is playing while Tony tests out the Mark II in Iron Man 3?
A lot of people get angry with this movie. I love it. It's a
I really
good
like Iron Man
Shane
3.
Black edition.
It's a
You're-
great Shane Black movie. That will be your second repeat, Nico. What song is playing while Tony tests out the Mark 42 in Iron Man 3?
I have to stop myself because I kind of want to hum it.
You need to stop because this is a great scene in the movie. Great scene.
Yes. Everyone should see this.
I would say it's Shane Black's
film.
second best film and a perfect ending to the Iron Man trilogy.
Yeah.
4, 3, especially after that awful second one. 2, 1. Hands
Second one was
down.
just fine.
We'll start with Nico.
I know this is wrong, but I went with Thunderstruck.
That is incorrect for a loss of a point. And Jim.
That's what I fucking put.
All right. Is now 3-0. Your second question comes in the Wizarding world. Sorry, Tim.
That's fine. Gentlemen, how many points will you wager in the Wizarding world?
Who went first last time? Me. Nico, you go first.
All right, Nico, your bet.
I'm going to play it safe, keep my lead 0.
All right. And Jim, how many points you betting?
I'm going to.
All right. Nico, you can play for stats purposes. Your question. Who plays Letta Lestrange in Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them?
What? Repeat.
Okay. Who plays Letta Lestrange in Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them?
We'll go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Nico.
You mean that chick in the picture?
Yes, that chick in the
yes.
fucking picture.
Yeah, I made a smart bet. I had nothing.
All right, and
I
Jim.
don't have the answer to the fucking chick in the goddamn picture.
That was Zoe Kravitz. Zoe Kravitz.
course
He's at
it was.
-2 now.
Well, you can't go negative in this game, so he's at 0. All right. Your third question is in the realm of Pixar. How many points would you like to bet on Pixar movies?
How much points would you like to bet on what's the name of the actor that voices the character that's in the movie for 2 seconds?
Four, 3, 2, 1. Jim, how many points are you betting?
2.
All right. And Nico.
Still playing it safe.
All right. Your question. What Breaking Bad actor voices Rick Dicker in Incredibles 2?
Thank God. Nico, do you know it? No, it's not. Oh, fucking God. It's... Oh, nope. I don't know this.
We'll go 5,
I know it, but I don't know the actor's name.
2, 1. Pens down. Jim, got an
No,
answer? Nico,
Saul.
no, it's not Bob Odenkirk.
it is Jonathan Banks.
It's the
Jonathan
guy that plays
Banks.
the fucking hitman or whatever, and fucking because Bob Odenkirk would be too fucking easy.
Bob Odenkirk voices Winston Decker in the movie.
All right, gentlemen, your next question is in the realm of Fast and Furious. How many points will you bet with Fast and Furious?
How many questions are left?
This is the second to last question.
So
This
there's
game
two
is-
questions left.
No matter what, this game is going down to the final question because of how low scoring it is.
And because you can't go negative in points.
Mm-hmm.
Spoiler alert, I'm going 2. What do you got?
All right. And Jim.
Still
I
playing
got
it safe.
All right.
All right,
Let's see what actor question that appears in the movie for 2 seconds this one is.
gentlemen, your question is: what rapper cameos as female racer in Furious 7?
I watched the beginning of this movie. This is a stupid I know the answer, but this is an equally bad question.
All right, looks like we might have a game here going into the last question. Go 5.
Are you even going to get? Do you have a guess, Nico?
2,
I'll just write something down.
1. Pens down, Nico, for stats purposes.
I'm pretty sure this is way wrong, but Nicki Minaj.
That
No,
is
it's
way
it's-
wrong.
It's
Iggy
Iggy
Azalea.
Azalea.
Is correct for 2 points, and it is a 1-point game going into the last question. Nico with 3, Jim with 2, and your final category, Tim.
Your final category, fellas, is in the world of DC. DC. How many points will you wager in DC?
Ooh.
Go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Jim, how many points are you betting on DC?
1.
All right, he's going for the tie. And Nico.
0.
All right, this is to tie the game and put us into a sudden death scenario.
All right, your question. Name both kaiju characters that appear in the Lego Batman movie.
Go 5, 4. Love Lego Batman movie. Watched it for the 4th time the other day. 3,
Yeah,
2.
I finally got around to watching it. It's actually pretty good.
1. Pens down. We'll start with Nico. How many points? Or you didn't bet points, but what is your stats answer?
Godzilla and King Kong.
That is correct for 1 point. And Jim, or for no points.
No, I got it wrong.
And your winner, the Cosmic Night Fury, Nico Suave Regoli.
Let's blow this kid and go home.
And Jim has stormed out of this match.
Oh, congratulations.
This was a very low scoring.
No. Be real. This was a sad performance for both of us. It was just sadder for one person more than the other.
It was a very pitiful game here played today from 2 competitors that are otherwise pretty strong. I really wanted Jim to hit that so that we could get to the sudden death question, but we'll talk about that off air.
Yes, the sudden death question is Jeffrey Dean Morgan related.
I cannot confirm nor deny that question. All right, Tim. Would you what are your thoughts on today's match?
I thoroughly enjoyed this. This was the moment, the highlight of the year for me to watch this happen. Nico, sir, congratulations. Hopefully this will be the first win of many to help you spiral up. And Wolf, the fuck the Kings of Winter.
Well,
back to you.
I mean, I wouldn't say F the Kings of Winter because we're going to beat you next. Well, that's if you can get past Team 80s. All right. I will do post-match interviews because screw it. Nico, how are you coming off this win? How do you feel?
Honestly, no different than when I started. Like, maybe if I had scored a lot more questions, I'd be like on top of the moon doing backflips into the pool that you saw me in earlier. But stats are gonna say that I scored barely any questions at all. They're gonna say that Jim scored less, but I didn't do that much better. But this was a win that I needed. You know how much pressure I put on myself in the past couple matches I've been in, and but I felt like in order to come out victorious on this one, I just needed to block everything out. Just focus on me, and that worked. I muted Jim when he was doing his pre-match promo. Didn't hear a word he said. Didn't let him get in my head. And then from then on, just like the more he missed questions, the more defeated he became, and it just. It led us to this point. Like, he just couldn't focus. He couldn't focus. And I wasn't letting any of the questions that I missed get to me. And I'm here with a win. I'm 2-1 now. Still got one TKO, but it's a weird 2-1. It's a weird 2-1, and especially considering you mentioned that the winner of this match now goes on to face the head of Full Metal Geek himself, Sandy the Sandman Robinson. That's a mountain right there. And I barely showed today that I can get up like the first peak. So I got a lot of work to put in the coming weeks, but I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful. I love Sandy to death. He's a good guy, and we're going to give it our best. We're going to give it our best. He's definitely going to put on a show. I hope I can live up to his standards, and we'll go from there.
All right. So this puts you back in the title picture for the season in singles, at least. Unfortunately, Afro are done for the season. If you can beat Sandy, it puts you in contention to get into a number one contenders triple threat against potentially Alex Warden, potentially myself, potentially Jeremy Adams, Case Cornelese. How do you feel about being in that picture with some of those names?
Not gonna look too far ahead, because that's what gets a lot of people. Like I was looking too far ahead at certain times. Like there's an argument to be made that Jim mentioned a few weeks ago that my name was in contention for the TV title. And then all of a sudden, I got those blinders on where I'm like, I'm this close. Just got to get there. And I'd like to focus on what's in front of me right now. I don't want to look ahead. I want to stay focused on the challenge that's in front of me, and we'll go from there. I've had a lot of time to think, and I'm using that time wisely to learn things.
Respectable. So right now, I do want to ask you one question about your faction. Your faction is now almost entirely in the picture for title contention. You and Zadius. Unfortunately, Matt Rosa is not in the picture, but he'll be back this season. Jen Kemp will be in the season. How do you feel about your faction just about to make a big push here?
Well, you've put Zadius up against RJ. That's going to be a fun match regardless of scores, just because those are two entertaining, lovable, funny personalities. And I'm going to be rooting for Zad the whole way through. I'm just hoping RJ gives us some comedy along the way, because I want to enjoy that match. I want to enjoy it very much, but I'm rooting for Zad, and I feel like that's a match he can definitely win. Jen Kemp, you put her up against JD West. I think we all know how that match is going to go. Like, imagine putting Brock Lesnar with James Ellsworth. It's the ultimate squash match, and that squash is getting grilled, deep fried, you name it. So yeah, we're in a good place. We're in a good place in terms of Fandom Fight, in terms of the other divisions. Zad is also in contention for the TV Throwdown Championship along with me. We're going to make a run for that TV Fandom belt. Jen Kemp, Jessica Morgan, they're going to make a run in the teams as well as in Movie Warzone. The future is bright for us.
All right. Well, congrats on your win today. And I really can't say much about Jim. He's not here. So I will do the honors of speaking for my partner and say, well, this match was horribly played. Nico did not deserve to win. Jim is definitely the better competitor. Jim is the smarter competitor. And he was in Nico's head the entire game, entire pregame. And I don't know what happened. Those kaiju questions.
Were you watching the same match I was?
The wheel is against Jim. It's clearly on wheel to side. Tim, you can stop right now. And you know what? That's all I'll say. No comment from Jim. And we're back from our post-match interviews. You see, not much to say for Jim. The King speaking that he's having a really difficult, had a difficult game there. And Nico just looking positively to the future of his faction. So with that, I think it's time for plugs. Tim, what did you think about what they said in the post-match just before we get into plugs?
Honestly, yeah, Nico's taken some well-deserved advice. He went into this match with the right mindset. Pulled out a much-needed victory. So I congratulate him on that. Jim, being the sore loser that he was, and I thoroughly enjoyed seeing El Lobo, Spanish for the wolf, walk out of here with his tail between his legs, which was vastly entertaining. But one sad note, Caleb, I must say, one sad note that I am very sad for right now.
Yes.
And that is that Kane McMillan could not be here to see this. We do not know where he is, which is very weird, sad, and strange, because he is usually here. So, good sir, my partner in all of this, hopefully you come up soon and you come back. But until then, here's to you, good sir.
Yeah, that's really strange as to where Kane is. I'm sure Kane would have loved to have seen this match. But I hope at least the kid is doing the stat book for this or something, because I think people are going to want to see the numbers.
Where's he been too? I haven't seen the kid for the longest time.
You know, I heard the kid is off with Robert Parker training to play the King at Mayhem at the Multiplex, which is coming up pretty soon. So we'll see.
Define trade. Like, did he just invade Robert's house and they have him locked up in a basement somewhere going over flashcards?
No. Robert actually took him under his wing and is now managing the kid, which is cool. I guess for him.
That's not like certain other people that do that with other certain celebrities, and we kind of worry about. No. The kid is fine. He's fine.
The kid is also. The kid is also an 18-year-old, so okay. Anyway.
Yes, the kid is fine.
Okay.
I meant Robert. I was worried the kid kidnapped Robert, but we get the gist.
Okay, well, let's take it into our plugs. Nico, where can the people of the internet find you?
You can find me on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube at Nico Suave Regoli. That's NicoSuave Regoli. You can also find me here along with you guys at Multiplex Entertainment. That's the name of the Facebook group and the YouTube channel. The Twitter is at MultiplexYT. The Instagram is at Multiplex Entertainment Network. Find us on our TeePublic. There's a new Afro Samurai shirt, and hell, I'll plug your Kings of Winter shirt also. Although it doesn't mean much now because you just got your ass kicked. Your buddy did. That's one down. So Zad, go get Arche. Let's get some more wins, and let's get closer to that belt.
All right, and I'll speak for Jim and say that you can find him right here running TV Trivia Throwdown on Multiplex Entertainment with Fandom TV coming up very, very soon. I don't know about his socials, but just keep an eye out for him around here on Multiplex. And you can find Tim right up next. Where can they find you?
You can find me here on Multiplex as well, mostly running all this, keeping everything in line for the bigger pictures and what have you for that, and hopefully finding Kane McMillan, because God knows where the hell he is at, but we'll form a search for that. Nico, I think, already plugged everything, the TeePublic, but there's also Twitter and Instagram you can find us on, as well as Facebook and YouTube. Twitter, MultiplexYT, and Instagram, Multiplex Entertainment Network. Remember, share us with all 4 of those platforms. Help us all get out there to show our names, to stand tall with great entertainment. And I think that's it. And, I should also say, watch out for a certain starting division coming around soon, which we've heard rumors about restarting. It ought to be pretty good.
Oh, and I almost forgot. You can find me haunting Jim Green's dreams. Call back.
All right. And you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Caleb Coho. That is KalebKoho. You can find me on YouTube, Caleb Coho, where I do my music stuff and a little bit of film stuff. Coho Productions, where I do predominantly film stuff. And on both channels right now, you can find my movie Chick Part 2, which just came out on July 25th. You can check that out as a comedy vastly unscripted improv, but it's really fun. My album Shoot for Teams with my group The Forks is on iTunes, Spotify, wherever you pick up your digital music. That is Shoot for Teams by The Forks. I do not look like a rapper. I am a rapper. And you can find me right here running the Fandom Fights division with Cam McMillan wherever he is. And you can find me right here competing at Mayhem at the Multiplex very soon in a couple matches. And it'll be really, really fun. And with that, I'm Caleb. That's Tim. That's Nico. Jim is somewhere. And we'll see you guys next week.